All right, FightHype.com here with the Fighting Marine, my man Jamel Herring. Man, I remember we got your breakdown a couple weeks back. It was a great breakdown. Right. But how you feeling now that Fight Week's here Saturday night, Crawford?
It's gonna be a good fight. I'm still feeling the same way. Like I said, I got a lot of love and respect for both individuals. Shawn's a good friend of mine. Terence is my brother, of course. But Shawn Porter is never in a boring fight, and I stick with that. I think he's motivated for it. I think they're both motivated for the fight. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, Terence, the last time he was really up on those legs was the horn fight and the postal fight. Lately, he's been slugging. Right. Do you think that's what we see Saturday or more of the boxing?
No, I think I'm gonna see everything, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because you know, with Shawn, you can only move but so much before, you know, he makes you, you know, bite down and fight with him at times. I mean, we've seen him with Keith Thurman. When Keith fought Shawn, Keith was trying to box, but you know, there was at times in the fights where, you know, him and Shawn had to go toe to toe. So I think we want to see a bit of everything. I think we're even going to see some boxing from Shawn as well, though, because Shawn can box as well. So I mean, it's going to be a good fight, and I think the styles collide really well.
Did you get a chance to be around Terence in his preparation for this fight?
Oh yeah, I was before I had my own fight with Shakur, so I was around Terence a lot. When I was finishing on my camp, he was basically starting his camp at the time. So, you know, I've been seeing him work. You know, he's been doing a lot. He was doing a lot of great work then. He was strong already then. This is like a month ago or so. And I know, you know, I've been checking in with him and things like that. So I know he's been doing everything he has to do in order to prepare for this fight, because it's one of the biggest fights in the welterweight division.
Jamel, talk to us about the two camps. These are two camps that are known for Spartan-like training.
Right.
So it's basically hard training versus hard training. What do you think will be the difference in the bout?
I think, you know, it's all about the will, you know, who wants it more. Because they both have the heart of a champion. You know, they both know what's on the line, and they both are fighting for legacy. And like I said, you know, Shawn he's the type of fighter that's just here to be here or here for the paycheck. You know, Shawn wants to stamp his name in history, and Bud wants to also make, you know, his name well known in the division. Because, you know, we all know it's no secret he's been criticized for his competition, whatever. And right now, this is the biggest name on paper, at least in the welterweight division. So I think, you know, it all comes down to who's going to bring their A game and keep that same, you know, mindset from start to finish.
You mentioned Will, his skills, they're on Crawford's side, would you say? Or
I mean, yeah, Bud has a lot of different dynamics, but like I said, you know, Shawn's a dog. You know, if you slack just a bit, you know, he can take the fight out of you. So, but yeah, of course, you know, Bud has the skill, the edge in skill, because he can, you know, he can box. He's a switch hitter. He can brawl. You know, he has power on both hands. So, you know, yeah.
Is it a good idea to come directly at Terence Crawford? It looks like, for all intents and purposes, that's what we might get early in the fight.
I mean, that's just Shawn, man. That's just Shawn. You know, Shawn, he's gonna test your heart. He's gonna test, you know, he's gonna test your mind, your you know, your mental strength and things of that nature. So, you know, I think Shawn, like I say, he's gonna, don't be surprised if he comes out boxing, but it's gonna be times where, you know, he hits that next gear and he goes to the Shawn Porter that we all know and love.
Talk to us about the counter-punching of Terence Crawford and how that may make a difference in the bout.
Man, that makes a huge difference. I mean, Bud is a better counter-puncher than what most give him at times, because the way, you know, how he finishes fights. But, you know, he definitely, man, he's sharp. And like I said, he countered you with one shot, and that could be it right there, or it could change the whole fight around.
Talked about one shot. How much power does Bud have in his right hand?
I mean, listen, when I'm sparring Bud, I'll tell you like this, man. Like, there's times I got hit with both hands. I'm like, yo, what are you? Are you right-handed or left-handed? Because I'm like, it feels equally. It feels equally in both hands. So I'm like, yo, I don't. He's like, no, I'm naturally, you know, right-handed. But like, you see him fight southpaw a lot, so you thinking, you know, he's a lefty, but that's how strong he is in both hands.
Is he a little better as a southpaw though?
I think he has a bit of in both. You know, like, I think he's more comfortable now over the years being a southpaw, but if he wants to fight orthodox, you know, he can do that just as well also.
Now talk about his ability to adjust during fights.
How do you expect Crawford to handle the aggressiveness of Shawn Porter?
I think he handled it well. I think he will. You know, I think, you know, we all know, they all say at times Bud may start slow, but once he starts picking up his rhythm and finding his range, you know, he'll start picking them slowly as the rounds go on.
Going a little bit more about his analytical skills there. Like, he kind of like goes through the first few rounds with his opponent, and then either he'll just like back down on his mouthpiece and just go right at his opponent, or he'll just, you know, kind of like switch it up like he did in his last couple fights.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what was it? with the Mean Machine fight. You know, then when he fought him, you know, he's having little issues in terms of, you know, finding, you know, his timing when he was boxing. But then after a while, he had to just, you know, click down, you know, like you said, on his mouthpiece and go at him and take him out like a dog. So that, I mean, but that's just, you know, if Plan A doesn't work, you know, you have to go to Plan B, and so on. So but like Bud, you know, he's a smart fighter. He knows to make the proper adjustments when necessary, and we have a great team.
Hey,
Does that mean
Bud stop him?
I think Bud can stop anybody. I'm not gonna. And I love Shawn. Shawn's nothing to stop, but I think Bud, like I said again, because he has so many tools and power in each hand that, you know, I believe he can stop anybody that's putting in. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if he does that, it's a statement. Yeah, it's a statement. It's a statement. But like I said, you know what I mean? And what's going on, Carmen? Ready?